Hey, it's the Bradcast, and I'm here with The Q and Richie Rollins.
How's it going? How's it going?
It's Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi, and it's podcast number 32, I think. Or who can? None of us can actually count that high, so it doesn't matter. It's a comic.
This will technically be 36.
Oh, wow. Where the hell have I been? Not important.
Don't ask.
Right, exactly.
Don't ask.
Yeah.
It should be 32. You are correct.
Oh,
but we
okay.
had a few little special.
Oh, okay.
So this is actually 32.0. The other ones were like 32.1, 31.5.
No. I think I understand how the counting goes.
Okay.
But
well,
that's okay. I'm with you. I'm totally with you. We are in our lovely soundproof booth, so they can't hear the screams of pain and agony outside in the rest of the office. We are going to talk about all kinds of exciting things. I think
go Power Rangers.
that's right. Thank you. We saw Power Rangers yesterday. We might as well start with the most recent excitement. Q, I know you've been waiting for this for about 20-some years.
That's right.
I was there. I saw it. I actually liked the movie.
Okay.
I only saw one episode of the TV, and I think the movie was way crazy better, mainly because it didn't have people in crazy suits with ventriloquist dummy mouths. But yeah, what do you think? Was it worth the wait? Are you happy? Are you sad? Would you rather they just rebooted the TV show? What's the story?
Where was Finster?
Yes, that's true.
Where was the Monster-matic?
Yes.
Where was Rita didn't get a headache? I'm just saying, Goldar
Yes.
was not made of gold. He was an alien.
Right. His armor was gold, but he was a being of what looked like a cheetah on two legs. Yeah, not even close.
It was like
so you're missing the kitsch. You're really
Right.
missing the kitsch.
They rebooted it to the point where it was. I felt like they lost.
So
something.
you think that with all the technology they have of making stuff look really good these days, they could have CGI the hell out of her crew that found
Right.
her in the dumpster,
Right.
And they could have made a super movie.
Right. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the movie.
Okay, good.
If I go in there, like you guys said, and not think about anything else,
Yeah.
it was a good movie.
Right.
7.5, 8 out of 10.
Okay.
If
Solid B.
Solid B.
To quote our grand video master here.
Right.
Okay.
Now,
That's
with
Denver,
me
by the way.
being a fan of Power Rangers,
Yes.
I give it that B only because
Yeah.
of the changes that they made.
Yeah.
Zordon wasn't a being. He wasn't stuck in his consciousness was stuck in he was trapped in time.
Right.
Between time.
Right.
That's why he was a floating head. You know what I mean? It was just the subtle changes, the way the Megazords looked. The T-Rex could fight on his own. It didn't hunch over like that.
Well,
Which, don't get me wrong. I mean, then the Mastodon didn't even look like a Mastodon.
Was it a mastodon? It looked like a giant bug.
Exactly. It was supposed to be a Mastodon.
Yeah, it looked like a what do they call them?
A beetle.
Dung beetle.
Yeah.
Looked like a giant dung beetle.
It was the saber-tooth tiger did not look like a saber-tooth tiger.
Did not recognize it as a tiger. No.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So these were changes that they made in the movie that I did not like.
All right. So there was one improvement. In the original show, there was a Iron Man colored Tweaky robot playing Alpha 5. In the new movie, Alpha 5 has all the best lines. He's absolutely hysterical. It might as well have been Billy Crystal in Princess Bride for all the high-quality comedy lines that this robot had. And he treated the Rangers in training like the kids that they were. Put up with no stuff. He has retractable arms, grabbed them, pulled them, beat the crap out of them. It was absolute comic genius. Whoever wrote that, I owe you a beer, man, because it was hysterical and I loved it.
Voiced by the awesome Bill Hader.
Oh, really?
So he is great in pretty much everything he does.
Oh, all right.
So I agree with you. That
Yeah.
was a highlight of the movie.
Yeah, and even Bryan Cranston. I thought he looked good in the opening credits makeup, and I think it's actually a shame that he had probably did this whole body prosthetic. He was probably in it for 24 hours, and he shot less than 30 seconds of video in it. He must have got a serious spiff on his pay envelope for that because it was head to toe.
But see, and that's another thing. Rita and Zordon were not friends.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed in that. How do you rewrite a story so much that anybody, I mean, all the parents of all the kids that went are young enough that they would have been, like young Q here, theoretically fans.
Right.
Well, back in the day.
Right.
I didn't see the movie, but I can imagine it's to attract the new fans, the younger fans. Today.
Okay, I understand
So they
that,
go
but
back.
like I said,
But they don't have the money.
Exactly. I got
See,
the money.
That's where Q's argument actually holds water, and I agree.
When you get kids, you're gonna understand that even if you
Right.
don't like
No,
it, you're gonna go see it, 'cause that kid's gonna want to go see it.
because no.
All of his friends saw it.
Because
Don't
because
hold
no,
back, Q. Tell us
no,
exactly what you
that's
think.
No, because okay, I give you perfect examples.
Yeah.
When remakes came out,
Yeah.
and this could be just my mom, but it don't matter because it happened to me, and it was my mom, and I thank her for it. When remakes came out, she made sure I seen the originals first. When Planet of the Apes came out with
Charlton Heston.
no, the one in 2001.
Oh, that horrible.
Right when
Mark
that came,
Wahlberg.
right when that came out, she made sure I seen the one with Charlton Heston first.
Well,
but-
yeah.
because that was good though.
Right when Walking Tall, when Walking Tall with The Rock came out, I had to watch the first two originals first,
Right.
before I seen them.
because you needed to
Okay,
see how
there
Buford T.
are-
Pusser. You needed to see how Buford T. Pusser really carried a big stick.
Exactly. Well,
It was
but
like
I'm
a Highland
saying-
caber.
I am
if you're not
saying,
familiar with the movie,
So the point of me making is when something is remade, is make sure the kids know, or
But
my mom did
The
that.
kids today are
But
not
your mom
gonna
was
like
a
the
real
Power
fan.
Rangers of yesterday.
If you show kids the Power Rangers,
They
the
won't put
original
up with
Power
it.
They're gonna say
Rangers,
it's cheap.
it's not
cheese.
Cecil B.
Then
the
you want me
Middleman.
going to see the movie? How about that? I'm going to be the worst parent in the world.
I didn't see the movie.
Well,
But-
no, I think that I think that you're right. I think that you're right. Write it down. I said it. He's right.
Okay, good.
That if they you want a blend
Thank you.
of everything.
Thank you.
You want hold on to the story, hold on to the thing that gave them the seven seasons,
Right,
and
make it-
gave them the ability, and we'll talk about this later in the podcast. I think that it evolved. Power Rangers and their power evolved
Exactly.
over the course, which is fine.
Right.
And Q was telling me about it. They did this and they did this and they did this. And it's like, oh my God, why? What happened to their?
Okay,
But that's the thing. If you stick to the story, you get everybody in. If you have the tech to make it beautiful like they did, you have it. And you add in good comedy and everything, and you have it. But you don't get angry people like the big
My
man
thing
here
is-
with stuff that isn't funny.
But my thing is this, like we were just talking about 21 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street back in the day was a serious show. I know people to this day that do not watch the new movies because it is a comedy.
Yeah.
Okay? You can blend and appease everyone. And I get it. They want to go for the kids because if your kids nag you enough, you're just going to give up and you're going to take them.
Right, sure.
Okay, I get that. But it still has to be enjoyable for the person that's paying the money to go see it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Well,
and the person that's paying the money to go see it is the one that watched it in 93 when it first came out.
That could be.
Should they have done a Force Awakens style sequel that kind of blended the original story,
Yeah.
but still continued it on
I
with
don't
new
mind.
characters?
I don't even mind if you change it, the story, like the plot, but don't change it to the point where, like, Ninja Turtles, prime example. April O'Neil did not fucking name the turtles when they were little. That shit never happened. You're doing that. You've changed the whole dynamic of the storyline to the point where it's not even Power Rangers anymore.
Well,
It's what you want it to be, which is fine, like I said, because if your kids nag you enough, you're just going to end up going
what
to
was
take
Rita's
them.
first name?
Rita Repulsa. Her
Rita
name was-
Repulsa, right.
right.
Okay, I thought it was Repulsive Rita.
It was
Okay.
Rita Repulsa.
Yeah, if you haven't figured it out, there's plenty of spoilers here, folks. We'll have to put it in the little part
Box.
down below. Rita Repulsa was in a dumpster, and they found her on a space dumpster, and she had been there abandoned for 10,000 years.
Right.
Now, at this point, Rita was the old green ranger that just got a wild stick up her ass, decided she wanted to take over the universe. Not the same. Not even in the same wheelhouse. So
Exactly.
the anger is from. It's not a Power Rangers story anymore.
And
It's
then-
like it's a crap story somebody came up with and said, "Hey, let's do an episode of the Rangers."
Right, and then it's like at this point, it's like they were trying to find, spoiler alert, the Zeo crystals. The Zeo. So are you telling me now? The Zeo crystals are supplying the Earth's life force?
That's what Zordon said.
Okay, so are you telling me the Zeo crystals were a source of great power?
Right.
Okay, so are you telling me now you're going to skip Lord Zed and head straight to the Machine Empire? Is that what you're going to
I
do?
think that's what
But
they're
Lord
telling
Zed,
you.
because Lord Zed is next. Then you have the Thunderzords. So you fucked up the dinosaurs. So you're going to fuck up the Thunderzords because the Thunderzords were an extension of the dinosaurs. Then you move on to the Ninjazords, and then you have the Machine Empire, which was the Zeo.
That one kid that saw the movie this weekend knows what you're talking about.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
It's you're right. And like I said, I said that. The kids now don't know what I'm talking about. But you still have to make it at least enjoyable for the person who's paying the money.
Let me ask you this, Q. Was there any like a lot of these movies that they reboot, they tend to bring someone for a cameo from the past. Was there any of those? Because I remember when you interviewed one of the Red
Steve
Rangers.
Cardenas. Yeah, I
you said
interviewed
that
Steve
there was
Cardenas. No cameos.
No cameos.
Yeah. Well, seeing as how he was the second Red Ranger, I would understand why they said that.
Maybe they
Spoiler
just didn't
alert,
tell him.
there were 2 cameos in there. I'm not going to tell you who. Just go ahead and
where.
watch it. Or where. But just go ahead and watch it, and I'll give you a hint. It was the couple in the TV show.
Oh, that's a giveaway.
That's a giveaway.
So tell us the good news about Power Rangers. There is good news when it all comes right down
I've
to
got
it.
good news, but go ahead.
It's going to be a sequel. I think there's going to be a sequel. That's good news. 6.
Yeah.
6 sequels.
Wow. Right.
Which leads me to my point. How are you going to do these 6 sequels?
Right, because they
you need-
obliterated a whole, right? What they did was they jumped season. They blended, they cocked up this part and then blended it with the season 4 seasons down the road. All of this backstory
Right.
is gone. You
And-
can't use any of it now.
And it's like, because my thing is this. It was Rita Repulsa. Then Lord Zed came and threw her back in the dumpster, the space dumpster. She got out the space dumpster, put a spell on them. They ended up getting married. Goldar broke the spell, but they still stayed together. Okay, that was like the first 4 seasons right there. It was Rita, Lord Zed, and Rita. Okay, then you had the Machine Empire who came in for Zeo. That's like, you're missing all that.
Right, but
Now,
in
don't get me wrong. There's stuff they should take out.
But in the
like
movie-
turning them into little 5-year-olds when they got the power coins and destroyed them.
I was going to
Yeah,
say,
you can
based
take
on
that
what you
out.
just described, it won't be hard to top those stories.
No, you know what? It's not the fact that it might not be hard to top them, but you destroyed the continuity that they took 20
Well, but
years to
isn't
build.
that? But who set that?
It's a new continuity.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm willing to give them a shot. I'm still a Power Rangers fan, and like I said, I gave the movie a B. So it's not like I didn't enjoy the movie.
at least now
I just
I
had
know-
certain issues with changes that they made.
At least now I know that when I first saw the suits and thought they're like, oh, that's a little Iron Man ripoff, and I made a comment that there's no room for junk in those suits because the cod pieces are like that. It's very no room for junk, and it's probably because the ones I saw were for the girls, of which there are no junk needs. So I'm sitting corrected. Okay,
But anyway.
so, yes,
Well,
but anyway,
I just want to point out that And another thing I was upset about,
Oh,
there was no viewing globe. Okay, I know that's minuscule.
But what was that thing in the middle of their?
That wasn't no viewing globe. You ain't see shit.
Okay.
Number 2, okay, he said "ay," but I didn't like the way he said it. Okay, that's minuscule.
What, Alpha?
Yeah, but I did
All right.
this. Hey, let me have this.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not.
How did you want him to say it?
Oh no, you're not gonna get me to do that. Look it up. You try it. A for effort. Number 3, I can't get enough. They fucked up them damn Zords. Them Zords were fucked up. They fucked up them Zords.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I got to admit, even the low tech versions of the Zords were better looking toys. Because that's really all it's for. That's the only reason why that's in there is for toys for later. And the new ones, they don't even look like anything.
And then,
so if we're gonna have something that doesn't look like anything, how you can't get excited about trolling it around? It's like it's a Power Ranger car. Well, yeah.
The old Zords, at least when they came together, you could say, okay, I see where that piece goes. I see where that piece goes. I see where that piece goes. It was just like. Okay, it was 5 of them, and now it's 1 of them. And it was like, okay, that's kind of whack. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even get to see them come
together, right? And you know, and my other thing was, they said it's morphin' time, but they didn't do the whole, it's morphin' time, and they didn't do the little thing. I kind of missed that. You know,
wanted the dance moves.
I didn't say they had to. I just wanted to see the individual, with the little lightning behind them and all that. They didn't have to do the flips out the air when they come out. I ain't say they had to do all that.
Okay.
I just said I would have liked to have seen that.
I did like the Megazord dancing at the end there.
That was so whack.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was whack. And then, it was like, in the cartoon, they would say, we need dinosaur power now. And then the dinosaurs come out, and then they would, which actually when the spoiler alert, when it came out the pit was a tribute to I want to say it was probably a homage to how the dinosaurs used to come. They used to come out the ground in the
when they
called them, they would come out the ground. The pterodactyl came out of volcano. The mastodon came out the ice age. There, you happy?
Yeah. Yes.
The saber-tooth tiger was in the desert. The T-Rex came out the ground.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad I saved my 850 and did not see this movie.
Anyway.
No, actually, I think it's good. Talk about what you did like about it.
Okay.
It was a pretty good
No, okay. I did like Alpha 5. Bill Hader was amazing. I did like Zordon, even though I didn't like the way they showed them, but I did like, I take that back. I like the way they showed them because I realized some things have to be updated. So yes, a floating head in a globe, not going to work.
Well,
so I did like
it's like
that.
the face of Bo. It's a giant terrarium with a giant Muppet head in it.
Right.
You can't do that anymore. Doctor Who already did it.
Right. So I like that. I liked this. I'm not gonna say.
Would you go see it again?
Yeah, maybe.
Would you pay full price?
No.
Okay, there you have it. There you have it. He'll pay $5, but he won't pay 10. But he will see it again, and he will pay to see it in the theater because 70 millimeters is way better than a 40-inch.
Yeah, I liked.
Did you mind
the writing was good?
Did you mind the relentless Krispy Kreme plugs?
Wait a minute. I like how. You know what's so funny? I did like how she goes in there and eats the donut while he's destroying the Krispy Kremes.
That was the best part.
Yeah, she's looking like, and I'm like. Destroying America's favorite donuts, dude.
Elizabeth Banks, I apologize. Elizabeth Banks chewed more scenery in that movie than the original Rita Repulsa, whose mouth was, and then the mouth moved.
Yeah, because they dubbed it up. But you know what? It was
seriously.
No. Elizabeth Banks did a terrific job.
You'd think.
I think she did for the style of movie that it was.
Oh, okay. There you go.
She did a good job.
This is a kid's movie.
Okay.
Really.
Yeah, based off of the way they did it, she did a good job.
Yeah, but
based off the original Power Rangers,
she never would have eaten a donut.
No. Rita would have destroyed it and was like, fuck it, because she hates everything about Earth.
Right.
Okay, but based off of, she did a good job. She was menacing. She was a witch, So I give it to her.
Right. But even a Green Ranger, possessed by the need to evilly dominate the universe, you really think she's going to take this? They're not human. Her and Zordon are not human.
Right.
So why is she eating? Before she was eating gold
and fish and raw fish.
Yeah, well, that was because I thought she was. Yeah, doesn't matter.
So what did you think of the new Rangers, the cast of kids?
I thought they did a good job. I thought I actually liked the way they built up that story. I mean, the characters in the new one. Billy was Billy. Jason was Jason. Jason was the athlete. He was, but in the TV show, he was
the Breakfast
doing karate.
Club, essentially.
Yeah, it was definitely.
Yeah, it was cool. It was.
I think
cool.
one of the best lines of the movie was when Zach says, "All right, I'm the Black Ranger," and Billy says, "What? Wait, what?
You're not black.
Yeah, you're not black. I'm black." He's like, "Oh wait, I'm blue. Oh right, never mind."
I like it when he slaps him and says, "Did you just slap me?" He was like, "Yeah, that was weird, right?" Yeah,
Well,
I like.
Do you know what the background is on that? You don't? Do you know what the background is? The difference between hitting somebody with a closed fist and an open hand?
It's supposed to be more disrespectful, right?
Yeah, it's calling him a bitch. You only hit girls with an open hand.
Whoa. I don't hit girls at all.
I don't hit girls at all, man.
Yeah, Brad. Oh, geez.
Brad, I don't know what we're doing.
Wait.
Line up,
What
bitches.
dimension? What dimension you're living in?
Wait.
No,
I guess
but
that's true since they did hit Rita and he did slap her.
Right, but in a martial art scenario, you only hit an equal with a closed fist. You hit a child with an open hand for disciplinary reasons.
Okay.
You don't hit somebody with a closed fist for disciplinary reasons.
So you're saying that women can't take punches?
I'm not even going to get into that conversation.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Comics, women's rights in sci-fi.
Because I saw Colleen Wing take out a 6'5" ass caster with so many karate finger pokes to the neck,
right?
That I'm surprised. I don't even know if the guy's alive, and I'm not gonna worry about it. But he disrespected her. I mean, he bit her leg, but that's a whole nother story.
All right, so what about the post-credit scene?
Oh,
it was nothing. It was just Tommy Oliver, which I'm really
Tommy Wilson.
Tommy Oliver.
Was that what it was?
Yes, which I'm really
So
interested
for those
in
of us
seeing.
who don't know who that
That's
is,
Jason David Frank's character, who's the most famous Ranger. But I feel like the reason they made Tommy the Green the leader in the TV show.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that was because of his popularity. I do not know what they're going to do in the movie, because if he's not as popular as Tommy in the TV show, why would you make him the leader?
Yeah, but Red is the leader.
Right, but in the TV show, Red was the leader until Tommy came along.
But Zordon
and when they made
said,
him the White Ranger, it's long story. When they made him the White Ranger, he became the leader of the Power Rangers.
Oh,
because
well,
of
I'm sure
his
Zordon will explain it all to us.
Because of his popularity.
Go, Bryan Cranston.
Okay. Anyway.
All right.
Anyway, how about
great visual effects? I really enjoy the visual
I'll
effects.
see this movie when I have kids. So.
Alpha 5, the robot. I'm still totally geeked on the technology. It was seamless. It was really some of the best CGI I've seen in a long time.
Well,
that was my biggest takeaway, was that unlike the TV show, this was not low budget. This was not cheap.
Oh no, no holds barred, man.
They spared no expense.
Those were people in uniforms in the TV show.
The behavior of the gold. When she ate it and it oozed out of her skin, and she's got piercings in her face, and because it just like oozed out and just made jewelry and how it oozed out and created the
gold
staff.
either. She didn't eat.
No,
gold
I understand,
in the
and
TV
that
show.
I had
didn't understand.
I had to suspend belief because I was really enjoying the CG on the screen.
Right.
And,
See, I thought it was an interesting social commentary that greed is evil.
Yeah. That's,
okay, I
that's
get
funny.
that. Okay, well then,
and it
yeah.
could. I know obviously this movie was in production way before Trump came along, but what does he decorate his apartment with? In Manhattan, Trump Tower.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Gold, lots of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we should change. We should start calling him Gold Member, and then Mike Myers might get pissed. But still, because I like gold.
Okay. Well, I mean,
All right, so let's go around.
now I say Denver.
Recommended.
For sure.
Yes, to the kids, I do. To the people like me,
The fans of the original series.
forget what you know, and then you'll enjoy it.
Thank you, Yoda.
If you don't, you'll still enjoy it, but you'll enjoy it with issues.
So go in with no expectations.
With no expectations
Like
of the
you've
original
never
show.
seen it before.
Like you've never, like there is no pre-existing
Power
of
Rangers
anything.
is brand
But they
new.
did have the original song in there for a brief.
For like 2
moment.
seconds. 2 fucking seconds.
Power.
2 fucking seconds. What the fuck? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Brad.
I recommend it. I think it was. I think it was fun. I think it was entertaining. I had only one episode of expectation, and I was disappointed that it. If there weren't 5 kids in tight robot suits, I wouldn't have believed they had anything to do with each other, except for that 30-second blurb of "Go Power Rangers," which was actually pretty fun. The music, I will tell you this: the music on this show was really CD worthy.
It was awesome. I agree. 100%.
If there was something still, do they even make CDs anymore?
They do.
Do they?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
still-
Well, it should be on a CD. It would
They
make
even
a
make
great
vinyl
soundtrack.
again. They make vinyl again. It's cool now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And cassettes, believe it or
Cassettes,
not.
yeah.
No.
They're making a
8-tracks
comeback.
are on their way back.
I hope
And
not.
next thing you know, we're gonna be buying Laserdisc.
Oh,
All right, I still have my
yeah.
Laserdisc player. I'm ready to go. So yeah, I definitely, it's not an A+. I agree with you. It's definitely in the B category, but it is entertaining. And if you can get in on the $5 matinee, all the better. You have $5 left over to get one of them kid boxes with a drink and corn and a little chewy snack. And I'm ready to go. No, and there's not a copyrighted thing of what movie theater that is, if anybody knows where I go to see movies all the time. But either way, I'll get an ad for them eventually, and then you'll really know for sure.
All right, so earlier in the week, you guys live tweeted the first episode of Iron Fist, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
and fucking Meacham is a goddamn dick. You know, somebody needs to fuck his ass up. And I'm going to be the one to fucking do it.
Wait, which one?
Ward.
Oh, not the father.
The father's a dick, too.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it.
He's a dick of highest order.
Yes.
Because he's in a 50
right.
story penthouse.
But anyway,
Well, for people who haven't seen the show, you got to set it up a little bit. Who
Okay.
are you talking about?
Danny Rand is homeless. No,
You got to start back farther than that.
farther than that. Okay, so what was Danny Rand's name? I mean, Dad's name? Whatever.
Mr. Rand.
Wendell.
Wendell Rand. Wendell Rand and
I don't know his wife's name.
no. Meacham's
Oh,
dad.
Harold Meacham.
Harold Meacham started this company called Rand Industries.
Wayne Enterprise.
And Danny Rand had the Batman effect. His parents died right in front of him, and he was raised by monks to become Brad.
Iron Fist.
Thank you. Now, after 15 very long years, he come back home to a very unwelcoming fucking dick of a brother, Ward Meacham, and that pussy ass of a sister,
Joy.
Meacham. Now,
Well, they weren't his siblings.
Well,
they're not sick, but they were
the,
raised.
the families were so close. Fathers were theoretically best friends. They did everything together. He considered them. In fact, let me just say Danny Rand is more of a Boy Scout than Superman and Flash combined. And I know it's a different universe.
But that's how much of a pussy he fucking is.
Oh, yeah. Let's
pushover.
use both of those words together and
Pussy and
really,
pushover.
really confuse
He's
the issue.
the double P.
But, they established that Meacham has always been a dick to him since they were
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I mean, he got mad because he had to pay rent on Monopoly. Who fucking gets mad? I mean, if you got $50 left, then yeah, I would get mad too.
No, it's because he didn't, because my dad said the rules are made to be broken. That's when he kicks him in the balls. Really? You really kick another boy in the balls? How stupid is that?
And then he said that never happened.
Well, it's because he's a dick.
That's
He's obviously in denial.
But then we crashed the car and found out that it did happen. But this family is just very dysfunctional, and I guess I'm interested to see what
you would
happens.
think, even under the worst circumstances, that if everybody thought you died in a plane crash and you show up 15 years later and go, "Hey, I'm not dead," you don't say, "Call security." You say, "Where the fuck have you been? Explain yourself, Lucy." That's what you say. You don't say, "How did you get in here?"
Yeah,
And
fuck
it's like,
you,
well,
get the fuck
obviously he knows his way around the building because he grew up there.
They were protecting their greedy corporate interests.
That is exactly.
And that's exactly. Well,
in their defense, I mean, they haven't seen him in 15 years.
No,
He's
but
grown up.
no, but human
They
behavior.
think he's dead, and all of a
No,
sudden,
it
I'm
comes to
Danny.
like it comes to like when she says, you know, if someone that was dead that comes back to life that owns 51%, that is the controlling interest of $1 billion corporation,
multi-billion-dollar.
multi-billion-dollar corporation.
I'm not disagreeing fully. I'm just saying the first response when you first see somebody that you think is already dead, this guy is not that person
All right,
because they're
look, I
dead.
know we're all wearing jeans and T-shirts and probably shoes that cost less than $50, but let me just say this. If there was a pile of money, Comic Experience Sci-Fi somehow had a magic corporation that we were all somehow heirs to, and there was $100 billion available, and we had to all split it up, and the 10 of us each got $1 billion apiece, would you be trying to hunt down the other fucker to knock him off for his split of $1 billion? No. You can't spend a fucking $1 billion. We saw Brewster's Million prove to us how hard it is to spend $30 million in 30 days. Normal human behavior is, oh my God,
No.
where have you been?
I wouldn't because I'm Batman.
How do I know it's really you? Start asking things from an analytical standpoint.
Well, the dad who is in hiding apparently.
He's the one that actually behaved correctly.
Right.
He's supposed to be dead. He's hiding, and we have all kinds. Shall we spoil it? Should we spoil
Yeah,
it?
spoil it.
Okay.
Bulletproof Monk.
He has made a deal with the Hand. That's the evil entity in this part of the Marvelverse.
Wait.
No, it is. It is.
I'm about to say, wasn't that on?
Daredevil.
Thank you.
Right. And he made a deal with the Hand, and they saved his life. He's taking all kinds of weird drugs and sleeps in a barometric chamber and all of this stuff, and he's living and still running Rand Corporation through the dumb shit ward, and Joy doesn't even know he's alive.
The dumb shit.
That's right. DS Ward. That's his new name. And I'm gonna start a hashtag. I'm gonna start right. I am gonna start a hashtag and link it to every tweet we do on this show, and everybody is gonna know who DS Ward is. That damn
Dumb
asshole.
shit.
It is. I'm telling you. But the fact is, he made a deal with the Hand. So Harold thinks the only way he can get out of his deal with the Hand and come back from the dead himself is by getting Danny Rand ingratiated back into good graces, because Danny Rand said to the psychiatrist that he's the Iron Fist and it is his sole duty as a warrior of the fist to fight the Hand. And that is the motivation for the whole show. Now, is it good writing? The first show is 45 minutes. And we knew everything we could have possibly known in the first 15. Nothing changed. The last 32 minutes or whatever the measurement is was 100% fucking waste of time.
I just want to know how long it's going to take him to prove that he's fucking Danny Rand.
They did. They did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to know. I had to know because and here, please explain to me Carrie Ann Moss. Okay,
Trinity.
who I absolutely love.
Trinity.
Yes, yeah. I had a
She
big,
was hot when
huge
she was
crush.
Trinity.
Yeah, I
don't
had
know
a
what
huge
the
crush
fuck
on
she
her
is
in
now.
the Matrix. And isn't
Still
she
hot.
somebody's boss in the DC universe? Doesn't she? Isn't she? No.
She had a prominent role in Jessica Jones.
That's what it was.
Oh, okay. Then that's fine. That's fine. It is the same character.
Yeah, same
It is the
character.
character. Okay. Apparently, Hogarth. Right. She's a lawyer. Right.
Right.
She worked at Rand. And Danny, when he was faced with the idea that he was absolutely fucked in the shorts where he stood, went looking for her, found her, proved to her by telling her something a 30-second stream of facts that she could not deny. She took up his torch. They found something to prove he's him. They are now. When the Meachams said, "Oh, and that $100 million we offered you, fuck you, $20 million, get out of Dodge, change your name and fuck off." And he said, "Fuck me, fuck you." Got Hogarth, came back, talked to her, and they countered with 51% of the company, $1 million living budget for a yearly rental budget, a corner office, a place in the tower, and fuck them. That's when they left. That's all I got by the third episode. I couldn't help you. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, so based on this,
Fuck us.
Fuck us, man.
I
based
couldn't
on
take
this
it.
First episode.
First one was not the best well-written. The second one, also not the best well-written. The fact that we had to wait until the very last second of the second episode to see an Iron Fist is very upsetting. And we only saw it one time more, and it didn't do any good in the third one. The name of the fucking show is fucking Iron Fist, and where I want to see the fucking Iron Fist. And where's the Kung Fu? No fucking Kung Fu. You know who did Kung Fu? In the third show, after Colleen Wing told her apprentice, "You shouldn't be fighting in a cage, it demeans you." What does she do? For a fucking roll of cash big enough to choke a horse, she fucking kicks somebody's ass so hard he didn't get up.
Choke a horse?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a big wad. You need it for a birthday present. It was yeah.
Rich, you're gonna continue watching?
Well, I guess I can start at episode 4 now, but yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I kind of want to see where it goes.
This Wednesday,
Even though-
we won't be live tweeting 2 and 3. We'll be doing 4 and 5.
Yeah,
we had
somehow I'll try to get
technical
caught up.
Yeah, we had technical difficulties. Nobody was at fault. We were all working our best. It was the environment was not conducive to our watching the show.
I feel like my girlfriend went and watched a movie that we said we were going to go watch together without me.
I'm sorry, guys. I wanted this. We're going to go. We are going to have to face down a 6'5" douche hole as soon as we leave this office. We're going to have to talk to somebody
I don't know, man.
with meaning of whether. Well, if he's not there, all the better. The fact is, we've got to talk about this, and I am not going to go into a shit match with a pop gun.
That's true.
All right, man.
All right,
So-
Q, you
Q.
gonna keep watching?
Yeah. Rich, I'm going to keep watching.
Yeah, I'm going to keep watching it. Just I got to see where it goes.
Yeah, Brad.
I've been a fan of Iron Fist since way before
Since they
comics were
first
even-
created them.
since it was still pulp, when the paper was pulp. And yes, I'm going to keep watching. And will I keep complaining? Fuck yeah! But I will watch it. I like it. I'm very happy
Now,
with it.
can I bring up the next subject?
Yes, please. What? Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry, Denver. Are you going to keep watching?
Yes, but we didn't talk about the fact that every critic seemingly hates this show.
Indeed, and
Oh,
I know
yeah.
why.
I understand why.
I like it because I'm a fan. I'm willing to wait, and I'm willing to accept the 15 minutes of goodness out of every 45. I grit my teeth waiting for those 15 minutes. Honestly, I agree with them.
So this is the worst Netflix Marvel show.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
It's like
But still worth watching.
I
Yes.
think so.
Yeah.
And that's
Well, you
after-
have to watch it because they're going to... The Defenders are coming out this year, so you got to know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think the issue is, to be honest with you, is we need to pay penance because we've had it too good. Because Luke Cage, we had 13 episodes and we wanted 26 episodes at least. Daredevil, I guess it gets better season after season. You got to give these writers a chance to get in.
To get their
Yeah.
to get the
Right, and
stupid
get
shit
their shit
out.
together.
And-
Yeah.
And you know, I'm a fan of Jessica Jones, and I didn't
love
know,
Jessica Jones.
I didn't know anything about her before the TV show, and I had to go back and check. And honestly, I like this is the one exception to the rule, is I like the Jessica Jones TV show better than I like the comic. So yeah, I think there's a learning curve with these guys. It's obvious.
Rich?
Originally, when I watched, before we watched the show, I wasn't going to watch it because of Rotten Tomatoes 18%.
Right.
But the audience had it 84%, so
See?
I felt like I had to check it out.
Yeah.
All right, so Q, what were you gonna?
And we know how I feel about Rotten Tomatoes. Anyway, let's bring up the next subject. So, did anybody see that fantastic trailer that came out yesterday?
I heard there was a fantastic
Yes,
trailer.
there was a fantastic
Was it
trailer.
was it like for the new Iron Man movie or?
Wasn't the Dr. Doolittle?
Civil-
No, I'm sorry. What?
Was it
They're
like
both fired. This is now the Q show.
Infinity Wars?
Now the Q
There
show.
was the Justice League trailer came out yesterday, and
yes.
it was fucking fantastic. Denver, did you have a chance to see it?
I did. I loved it. I just hope the movies.
So how is it? So how is it different? What do we know now that we didn't know before?
Nothing.
Aquaman's a total badass.
Well, we knew that.
No, they actually there's a lot of footage of Aquaman.
Is he talking?
You see
to
Mira,
animals?
you see the Amazons in there. You see
Which we saw in Wonder Woman. Keep going. I'm waiting.
Well, you
But
get
you-
you get a
but you-
glimpse of the what I'm assuming
Parademons.
is the villain or one
Yeah.
of the villains.
Oh, which is
Fill
who?
us in, Q.
well, you see the parademons, and then you see the Amazons are actually going to war with an army of from Apocalypse. So I think you can kind of see a glimpse of Steppenwolf in there.
Oh.
So I thoroughly enjoyed the trailer. I watched it like 6
basically
times.
They exposed in this trailer why they need a Justice League
Pretty
in
much.
the first place.
Yeah.
Because it was never really clear. It was never
No.
really clear in any of the end of Batman.
And even in the beginning, he says, in the beginning of this trailer, he says, you know, we got heroes, a war is coming, or enemies are coming. And Diana says, no, Bruce, they're already here. So let's get the heroes together. Let's get them together. And then they go through the roll
is that in the
call.
trailer?
Yeah,
that's
that's
in
in
the
Oh, okay.
trailer.
That's the point of view we haven't seen before.
Right.
Okay.
And they show Cyborg. Cyborg looks amazing because I know you had a
I didn't even
huge
realize he was
problem.
completely assembled by this time.
Well,
'Cause
the
we only-
mother box assembles them in Batman v Superman.
Oh,
But I'm pretty
on
sure-
the video.
Right.
Okay.
Because I know, was it you that had a problem with the way the mother box looked? Or
No, I just had a problem with the way they revealed everything
Right.
in the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That should have been the end credit scene with
Right.
all
Yeah.
the different
It-
Right,
you know,
because it
characters.
totally
It had nothing
and,
to do
and
with
you're
the movie.
right, and that could be all of that JLA stuff in the middle of BVS is what took away from BVS. If we didn't see any of that, we could have concentrated on BVS, and I think everybody would have enjoyed it more. And it wasn't the writing, it was the editing, and we've already discussed.
Oh
it.
yeah, I got into it with somebody on Twitter because of that, and then he tries to throw out that he went to film school, and I'm like, you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know the difference
That's no
between editing
credential.
and writing.
Yeah, that was no
You
credential.
fucking asshat. Like, you don't know the difference between editing and writing. Like, the movie was badly edited. The writing had nothing to do with how the movie didn't get the reviews that it got.
I mean, now I think I can say this, and not because I have a lot of experience in this, but I know that being a newsletter editor, prize winning, by the way, I do know that you can only do with what you have. You can only edit as good as the materials you have, which we did get a glimpse on the extended version,
Right.
that there was a lot more footage there that we could have used. And so I stand by this now because we brought it up. If they took out all the JLA stuff, we could have had 2.5 hours of solid BVS, which would have been much better.
Right.
And just let they got greedy. I think it was a cash grab.
Now are we going to see Superman in Justice League?
The
Kinda seems
rumor
strange
is-
not to see him.
the rumor is he's gonna come out with the black suit, which is what everybody wants, and the
Right.
mullet. Black suit and the mullet. But
so he'll come in at
So
the
basically,
end.
At
me
the
in the
end.
80s is what you're saying. Yeah,
I'm
okay.
thinking at the end, or like how my friend Sam wants it. He said he wants him to come back right when all hope is lost, and it's like they're about to be defeated,
Oh, cool.
and then he comes back and saves them.
How do they treat it in the books? You've read it. I know you've read it.
I've read it, but it's been a while. I think. Well, remember they had the 5 Supermen come out. They had Cyborg Superman, they had Superboy, Steel.
Right.
They all
Yes.
came out.
Are we still apologizing to Casey for that?
No.
Okay, good.
The books were great. The movie sucked ass. It's Hammer time. I agree. The movie sucked ass. I never said it. They went for the biggest name at the time. Come on now. Shaq was like the hugest thing at the time.
He's still the hugest thing. Whatever
yeah,
he's
but
in.
yeah. So I
I've
understand.
gotta
7'2"
say-
and 350.
I've got to say, the trailer did not get me excited. And I want to be excited for this movie, but
Well,
I just
you-
feel like I've been scorned so much.
You
by
have
DC
other
with
issues
movies.
with the DC universe, Rich,
I
don't
guess,
you?
man.
Tell
I'm-
us your concerns.
I am actually excited for Wonder Woman. That movie could bring me back, but I mean,
Rich, we don't
I
need
just, I
you.
just wanted a good movie.
We don't need
I just want a good movie.
Oh,
We don't need you.
I just want to see a good movie, man.
He's part of the
No.
team.
Wow.
Where's
No,
he?
no,
There is
dude.
no you in team.
There is in the DC.
I want to go see
you.
a movie. I want to be entertained. And the
Rich,
movies are
Rich,
just,
Rich,
they're okay, but just
You
not.
could have.
not
Yeah,
steady.
but Q, if enough people feel like Rich, there won't be any DC
Yeah.
movies anymore.
Yeah.
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 We
And that seems to be
You
the
want to
way
know why?
that
You want to know why we don't
the
need y'all?
consciousness is going.
Because in 10 years, it'll be another Batman and it'll be another Superman movie, and they'll make billions of dollars, and we'll be okay.
I don't know.
All right, let's do a speed round here. A quick recap of the week. Zombieland 2.
Oh.
Rumors are that it's back.
Waited too long.
Man.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
I
Waited
think
too long.
the it's so cold. Well, it's cold enough. It's a zombie. So yeah, okay. The zombification of Zombieland 2. If it is out, I will be happy to go watch it. It's a very good franchise, as they like to say. I'm ready to go.
I would have.
Where the hell is it?
I would have, but it's just it's one of those movies that when it comes out, I'm going to be like this.
I think there's just been too many zombies with
Yeah.
Walking
Yeah,
Dead.
it's-
yeah.
The
And
Walking
they went
Dead.
too
Yeah,
long.
I feel like it's been like the market has been overflowed.
Yeah,
But I would still go
Zombieland-
see it.
Well, see, to me, Zombieland was a surprise when it came out. I didn't know Zombieland was going to be as good as it was.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is, you waited too long. It's been what, almost 10 years?
Well, didn't it come out originally? We thought it was going to be something like The Fog, a bunch of people stuck in like a Kmart or something, and they
That's
can't
The
see
Mist.
outside. The Mist, and
that was fucked up.
It was, but that's what when I saw Zombieland, the first trailers, that's what I was thinking of, and it turns out that it was a raucous comedy kill fest. If the 2 is there again, it's where's Chris to say it out loud? I need to get him on a button, and it's a cash grab. They're riding the wave now. They started the wave, and they should have kept it. They'd been on Zombieland 6 by now, so
Yeah.
shame on them. But yeah, if they come out with it, I'll go see it. Why the hell not?
All right, Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doolittle.
Worst decision ever. I can still hear Rex Harrison's shoes scraping on the silk, spinning in his box in the dirt in England. All the way. I mean, we're talking about 6,000 miles away, and that old man is going, no.
Well,
The shoes and everything.
what happened?
Well,
Go ahead, Rich.
go ahead, Q.
I was going to say, what happened to Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Is his career just that
Eddie
over?
Murphy's spinning in his grave too.
His career grave.
You totally got that. That was awesome.
My first reaction was like, oh,
Is he not doing
Dear.
Sherlock anymore?
no, he is.
Well, then what the fuck is he doing?
I'm trying to tell you what he's doing.
Is it sobriety? Is that what the problem
Remember,
is?
this is a speed round.
Yeah,
You
I'm
gotta
sorry.
get it
Okay,
out.
sorry, man.
Come on.
Right.
All right. I'll tell you what, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh no, Robert, what are you doing in your career? But now I'm like, wait, he's a hell of an actor. He's going to pull it off.
It's a kid's movie. He's an adventure hero.
You know, this is
Yeah,
going to
what the
look like
fuck?
to me. It's going to remember when Vin Diesel did The Pacifier.
Well,
I love that movie.
I believe
Right, but
isn't
it's
his
gonna,
daughter
to
in this
me, it's
movie?
going to be. It's going to look like that.
Okay, that's
now,
fine.
Now, isn't Robert Downey Jr., doesn't he have like a daughter that's going to be in this movie, Dr. Doolittle? I thought I read that.
Is that? I
Is
don't
that
know.
it?
I
Well, I
think
know
it's
Eddie
right.
Murphy had. Wasn't
Oh,
it?
Eddie Murphy was with his
Right.
daughter. That's
It
right.
was.
no.
It was Dr. Doolittle, Dr. Doolittle 2. Then Dr. Doolittle 3 was
And
with
he
his
wasn't
daughter.
even in it.
Daughter,
It was
that's
all
right.
his daughter.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, look. Dr. Doolittle has great potential. We saw what they can do with CGI on Jungle Book. You absolutely believe that animals can talk. So I got to know that somebody at Disney had the brainstorm, or some kind of brain something.
Fart.
Ooh, he totally went there and decided that they needed somebody who could do a tongue-in-cheek and be handsome and be dapper. Does he dance?
No.
Yeah, it's going to be some kind of sick, crazy Disney dancing musical thing.
It's going to work out.
It's universal, but
Oh, okay.
out.
Either
Okay.
way,
beside the point. All right,
Yeah.
Keep that shit.
next. Transformers:
Oh.
The Last Night. There were
Looking
7
good.
motion-
Looking good. No, fuck
sorry,
it.
it went up.
I'm not getting my. I'm
at
not,
any rate, yes.
not getting my hopes up.
You know, I saw another trailer, and I guess I haven't been paying close attention, but I want to see that movie.
I'm
really wanna see
going to
that
go
movie.
see it because it's
I
Transformers.
want to see it because I like Marky Mark, but the movie's
No, but
Transformers
it's just.
overall.
But
just
wait a
been-
minute. No. Think about the last movie. The last movie.
I liked it.
Prime is frozen,
Nah.
floating in space, and somebody said, and I it sounded
Did
like
you
my
just say
voice.
Primus?
No,
Prime is.
I said Prime.
Prime is Frozen.
I'm about to say,
That's
you know,
what?
there's an
That's
Optimus
why
Primal.
My
name
speech
is
recognition.
Mud.
That's why my speech recognition software doesn't understand what I say because I don't. I speak without spaces. No, I didn't know he could fly. Number one. Number two, he flew off into space. Number three, the trailer for the new movie is he's floating covered in space ice. I want to know what the fuck happened.
He left.
We're
us.
in trouble.
He left
I
us.
We
I
need the
think
Autobots.
My thing is,
Help me out.
wait, is it? Doesn't it look like the world is like under attack from like
Yes.
robots?
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
like
bad
it look like Terminator meets Transformers.
Sweet.
Or something, yeah. And not the new one, the old one.
I hope so.
So what happens to Optimus Prime? Does he get revived and reprogrammed?
They need
Why
those
is
little
he-
crystals. They need those little crystals that
Yeah,
give
but
those
why
guys
is he
life.
trying to kill Bumblebee?
Right. That's
Yeah.
I'm not.
Maybe he's
understanding it.
possessed.
Which
Maybe
was one of the best parts about Power Rangers when they kicked the Camaro.
Oh yeah, he's like, sorry, Bumblebee. Yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, we were just talking about this. You know, 1 was good. Fuck 2, 3 was the best to me. It had the most action,
Maybe
so.
this is just the year of the hero doing questionable things. Because if you look at the previews for Fast and Furious,
right.
it's just
Isn't it
it's
fast?
starting to-
So
it's starting to
you're
look
telling
at
me?
it.
So you're telling me last year was the year of all the heroes fighting each other?
Right.
Now this is the year of all the heroes saying, "Fuck goodness, I'm going to be a bad guy."
Well, you know, they're walking a line.
But that's
There's a line there,
supposition. We
something.
don't know that. We only know what the trailers are showing us.
It's true. It's true.
And you know the trailers lie worse than the current POTUS.
Stinking trailers.
Oh, he totally went there.
he totally went
Stinking
there.
trailers.
It was a Democrat's fault. Fake media. Fake news.
We know the movie is going to be huge.
It will draw
It's
millions.
fake news.
And
It's fake
It was
news.
good for our hometown. So I mean, I'll check it out.
So something else we have to talk about real
Wait,
fast.
Mystery
wait.
Science 3000, they
Mystery
released the trailer
Science-
for the Netflix revival. Brad, thoughts?
I don't know why they didn't call me. I'd have done that shit. I'm ready to watch all the crap B movies and give commentary all throughout. That was before there was live tweeting. There was Mystery Science Theater 2000 with the 2 robots and the crazy guy. I want me some of that action. I'll watch it.
They didn't want to get yelled at. I think.
Yeah, probably. Hey, they could have just bleeped
I think
me.
I think I'm gonna check it out just to.
Oh, you would like it.
You need
Yeah, I'm
to
gonna check it out.
watch.
It was enjoyable.
Watch the new one first to see if you like the genre, and then go backwards and then see the old one after. It's kind of like in the old days, what we used to do is we used to go see the movie, and somebody in the crowd would say, "Well, it's nothing like the book," and you'd all say, "There's a book," and then you'd read the book, and then you'd have all these great conversations. And after you read the book, you go to see the movie again. And that was how they got us to pay over and over and over to see the movie, and that's how they got big money. Now
and
they
the-
throw the book in the trash. They make a movie, crap or not.
Oh,
Spend
like
so much
Civil
money
War?
on it. Oh, he went there.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
man.
right. Just like Civil War.
I'm sorry. It was a great movie. Oh, sorry.
It was a great expense and a waste of 2.5
Anyway.
hours of our time. But that's another story. No. What the hell were we talking about? I totally.
Mystery Science
Let's
Theater.
switch
I lost my
gears.
focus.
Motor
good.
City Comic Con.
Oh
is
yeah,
coming up.
third weekend in
Motor
May,
City.
19th, 20th, 21st. Be there or be square, or we will hunt you down. We're going to be there. We're going to be talking to all kinds of people.
We are?
We're going to be podcasting. Hell, fuck yeah.
Of course we are.
Hell to the yeah.
We're celebrating my birthday. My birthday is 16th. Right before.
All right.
Happy birthday, Rich.
So we're going to have a
Birthday. Hey,
cake.
it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
birthday,
Tomorrow's my
Q.
birthday.
Yeah.
I'm turning 67.
All right.
But is it your birthday?
Yes, it's my
Oh.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
We're turning 67. I'm turning 67.
Yeah.
My Social Security will kick in a few weeks. I'll be
Sweet.
happy.
It's good that you waited, because
Yeah.
getting to get a 67 pays a lot more than a 65.
But I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to the Motor City Comic Con, guys.
Yeah, Motor City Comic Con. And if you're not local, you live on the East Coast, we are going to be at the East Coast Comic Con, because I know somebody on the East Coast listens to us, because I know the Russians do, and maybe they can reverse engineer a little, make people listen to
Hey,
shit.
shit, they got people to vote for Trump.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway.
So, and we're much funnier than that guy. Or
Are we?
Oh, but we forgot to mention about the Motor City Comic Con is we're judging the
yeah.
the cosplay contest,
Sponsoring
and
judging.
judging.
I'm gonna be
with
there.
able
So
ideas.
I'm gonna be very humble. I'm gonna let you know I'm entering the cosplay contest, as Dr. Manhattan.
Oh, but you can't because you're an employee of Comic Fear and Sci-Fi.
So,
you're gonna be your own Blue Man group.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
All right.
yes, I'm gonna have the stick for the drums.
Go ahead,
and
break the news to him.
You know that character doesn't wear any clothes.
I know. So look out, ladies.
Break out your magnifying glasses.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Oh.
So where are we going to be after? We're going to be somewhere else. We're
June 16th in downtown Clawson.
Thank you.
is Craft
Yes.
Con.
Yeah, can't
Yes,
wait. We're
I
going to drink
will-
some beer. We're going
Beer.
to sell some comics. We're going to
Comics.
sign
Some autographs.
Sign some autographs. We're going to have all kinds of paraphernalia. We're going to have bumper stickers. We're going to have wristbands.
And I'm
We're
going to be
have
dressed as Dr.
beer
Manhattan
koozies.
again.
And he's going to be dressed as Dr. Manhattan.
You know, I think I'm just going to go on tour. The Dr. Manhattan Comic Fear and Sci-Fi
It is
tour.
the year for
That will
the
be
heroes
awesome.
to walk the line.
It is the year for the heroes to walk the line. You know, I feel like getting the breeze. It's gonna be a hot summer. Hot summer.
So did we get it all in? Did we talk about everything we need to talk about?
Hot time in the cold town
That's
tonight,
right.
baby.
And everybody will know.
Clawson, look out.
There was shrinkage. How was I supposed to know the water in the pool was cold?
That's okay.
Oh,
That's okay.
He'll
Well-
Marky Mark get us some prosthetic.
Yeah. Or we can just we can go to his burger place and we can just cut one out of a patty and just.
So I see this podcast went blue quick.
Is that a Wahlburger in your pocket?
Are you just happy to see me?
Why'd you have to? I totally blacked that movie out because I had to sit in the front row because it was sold out right in the middle. I had no idea how it was going to end, and it just ended the way it did, and I never looked at Mark Wahlberg the same ever again.
It's going to be Q Diggler.
The quicker diggler.
You just can't get that image out of your head now.
That's
Isn't
all
that a
right.
shame.
That's all right. Every
we done?
woman's dream and every
Psychiatric
man's
No,
nightmare.
we got more?
I think that's it.
Put a fork
Oh,
in it.
Yeah.
teasing top 10 Power Rangers. What I do? Top 10 Megazords, right?
Top 10 Megazords.
Top 10 Megazords.
What about we're
Coming
gonna
to a
have
YouTube near you.
the Girl Geek Patrol podcast is about to debut soon. Keep an eye and ear out for that.
A ladies only version.
Ladies
Although
only.
I prefer when they're with us, but
Yes.
I guess they did not prefer us with them.
Yeah.
That's okay. You know, it
They
sounds
wanted
good.
a
Hey.
Spice Power
I'll
podcast.
tell you what you
I'm
want,
usually
what you
the guy
really,
the
really
ladies
want.
always allow to be with them. For some reason.
There was talk
Like
of you joining their podcast.
Oh, is there? Oh, okay,
So-
of course.
I don't have to
That's
wear a
not a good
wig
thing.
and,
I know,
and
I'm always
lingerie
my
like that
friends are not
crossover episode we did on television. Did
That'd
we?
be a cross-dressing episode.
Yes.
I'm about to say that was Mark's thing,
Yeah,
right?
it is. I think it still is. I think the reason why he can't make it to the podcast is because he's sleeping in after his special performances on Friday and Saturday nights.
I catch him at the
Do you
once in a while.
believe?
Well, gotta go, guys.
Is it time?
Is it time?
Do we have another event?
I think that's
Yes,
it.
We do.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, this has been another podcast with the Bradcast, Richie Rollins, and the ever popular, everybody loves him, the Q.
Dr. Manhattan.
That's right.
That's right, baby.
And this has been Comic Experience Sci-Fi, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
And we went live.